Too wide, too wobbly. How overstretching your stance plus poor mental focus creates costly body sway in shooting. Every shooter has had that one day when the body just won't stay still. You set your stance, raise your rifle or pistol, and suddenly feel like you're standing on a boat in rough water. The more you try to control it, the more the sway increases. This isn't always about strength or equipment, it often comes down to standing too wide plus losing mental focus. Both combined create a recipe for unstable performance. Type of problem. This is a mixed problem. Process related, stance width and balance setup. Physique based, weak postural muscles, fatigue, and lack of balance coordination. Psychological, poor concentration, drifting thoughts, or pressure in matches. Standing too wide locks the hips and shifts the natural balance point, while poor mental focus makes the brain chase stability instead of letting the body settle. Biomechanics angle. Over wide stance reduces pelvic mobility and locks ribcage movement. Narrow stance risks quick side sway. The ideal width equals shoulder width plus natural hip alignment plus comfortable breathing mechanics. Effects on performance. Technical impact. Group shifting. Shots consistently leak left, right. Timing breakdown. Holding phase feels longer, shots released late. Accuracy loss. Sway increases arc of movement on SCATT, Noptel, from a 10th ring hold, 0.2 to 0.3 mm, to 9th ring drift, 0.6 to 0.8 mm. Trigger disruption. Sway causes hesitation leading to delayed or forced releases. Point loss estimate. 3 to 5 points in a 60-shot match equals 15 to 25 points overall, enough to miss finals or podiums. Psychological impact. Stress spiral. The more sway you feel, the more anxious you get. Overthinking. Brain chases, fixes, mid-shot, destroying rhythm. Frustration. Every 9 feels heavier than it is. Long-term effect. Confidence drops, match nerves increase, even burnout risk rises. Focus anchoring tips. Use cue words like still feet or quiet body. Practice mindfulness micro breaks between series. Train the ability to refocus quickly after external distractions. Identification of the problem. Look for these signs and symptoms. Feet feel stuck, but balance feels shaky. Sway in hips and shoulders visible to coach, observer. SCATT, Noptel trace shows figure -8 or horizontal drift. Mental state. Shooter reports, can't concentrate, mind wandering, or fight with body. Differentiate. Unlike fatigue sway, gradual increase, wide stance sway appears immediately when stance is set. Proprioception check. If shooter can't tell whether their weight is more on toes, heels, or sides, proprioception training is needed. Remedies and corrections. Physical fixes. Narrow stance gradually to shoulder width. Recheck NPA, natural point of aim, after adjustment. Relax shoulders and knees, avoid locking joints. Map foot pressure distribution, 50-60% midfoot, 40 to 50% heel. Technical fixes. SCATT, Noptel analysis to compare arc of movement at different stances. Figure -8 sway equals stance width issue. Irregular, jerky trace equals poor focus issue. Structured match simulations with corrected stance. Mental remedies. Reset routine. 1 deep breath plus foot check before raising weapon. Self-talk. Calm feet, calm shot. Visualization. Imagine roots growing from your feet into the ground. Progressive drills and workouts. Basic drills, beginners, home, stand barefoot on a yoga mat, eyes closed, balance check for 30 to 60 seconds. Wall aiming with rifle, pistol, focus on stillness. 1 leg balance hold, 30 seconds, to improve proprioception. Intermediate, range, 5-shot series at different stance widths, record grouping. Balance board exercises, 20-30 seconds holds. Timed, abort and reset, drills when sway starts. Eyes closed rifle hold builds stability and confidence. Advanced, competition, match simulations under time pressure with SCATT tracing. Weighted rifle, pistol dry holds, to build postural endurance. Pressure games. Penalty for breaking stance mid-series. Perturbation training. Coach applies light pushes to test balance. Physical fitness add-ons. Core strength, planks, dead bugs. Resistance band hip drills for stance stability. Ankle, hip mobility work. Stretching plus foam rolling after training, fatigue recovery. Mental training add-ons. Box breathing, 4-4-4-4. Journaling pre-post training to track stance and focus. Visualization of calm, steady sway free shooting. Focus anchoring keywords before each shot. Adaptation for audience. Beginners, learn correct stance width early. Teenagers, balance games plus focus drills with fun elements, they often widen stance to feel stable. Elite shooters, SCATT micro-analysis plus mental reset routines. Masters, 40 plus, proprioception and stability training, since balance reflex declines with age. Coaches, teach, stance check first, trigger second, principle. ISSF rule context. With new ISSF clothing rules, jackets, trousers less stiff, more flexible shoes allowed, natural body stability matters even more. You can't lean on stiffness, stance setup and mental focus become the true foundation. Also, with reduced finals timings, 50 seconds pistol, quicker rifle series, shooters get less time to settle. If stance plus focus aren't aligned, sway eats into precious seconds. A junior rifle shooter recently lost 14 points in a trial because of a too wide stance. SCATT showed her trace drifting in a sideways arc. Coach feedback revealed she was also distracted by match nerves. After narrowing her stance by 5 centimeters and adding breathing resets, her 10-shot group improved from 99.2 to 103.4. Lesson: small stance corrections plus sharp focus equals big score jump. I often tell my students, a tree spreads roots wide underground, not above. In shooting, your stance is the root. If it's too wide, the trunk sways. Now tell me, have you ever struggled with body sway due to stance or focus? What drill helped you the most? Share your own sway stories below. Like and share this video if you faced this issue. Subscribe to my channel for more informative videos on shooting processes and accessories. Forward this to a shooter friend who's wobbling in their stance. DM me if you want personalized stance guidance plus focus correction plans.